Yo, 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 yo. What's happening? Yo, yo. Uh, can y'all hear me? Just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Cause I don't see my little circle lighting up. Jordan Sassy boy, what's happening, bud? Ray Bud. What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on? Jordan Texas. Hey, Jordan Texas, man, link in the chat. Ray Bud, link in the chat. Y'all want to come through? But you know, come on now. Show enough. New era is here. Things are changing in a major way. And you're seeing it. You are seeing it. Like I put it to you like this. Like I know a lot of people, I know a lot of fans aren't happy about the way that Ian is moving. When Ian sat there and told you out the gate what he was going to do, he told you what he was going to do. His very first press conference, he said this will be the last year that the Atlanta Falcons will only have 5 draft picks. If we only have 5 draft picks. Ron in the building, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man? This weather, man, crazy. 1 minute cold, the next minute hot. It's, you don't
Take
know what you're gonna get.
and what we take us through the paces.
Right, shit, this shit, boy. Whew,
Yeah, bro,
you
like we got snow. We got snow. What? We got snow Friday. Yeah, we got snow Friday. Then we had a no. We got snow Thursday. Then we had a badass storm
damn,
Monday. Yeah, like I'm talking about like heavy rain, lightning, all that shit, tornadoes, all that shit. Like
shit.
and then now it's a smooth 70 degrees outside, but
Yeah, yeah,
yesterday for the most part it was like 38 degrees.
shit. It was like 36, 37, 38 yesterday, but it got cool at night.
It got brick at night. Out
Then
here.
Then in like 77, but the other day it was like snow and I'm like, man, this weather crazy.
At Georgia Tech, I'm gonna get into it. Cause that on
That
some real shit. That's why I came in
that
here.
that why
I
we just
came
was
in here.
talking.
Uh, well, Ron, I'm gonna let you get this one, and then I'll get back to what I was talking about.
Uh as my
That one for you.
Jesus.
Damn, Georgia Tech, y'all had 104 out
See,
Arizona. Shit,
yeah,
damn,
you don't know weather. Go
bro.
back to that one.
Like it's a smooth 70 degrees out here in Virginia.
Yeah, in Arizona and Vegas, it get to 120 and 140.
And it
And,
would not get my black ass outside. That's a
and
dub.
I used to
Tell you,
live in Vegas.
I'm not going out there.
It got when I was living in Vegas, it got up to 150.
No, well, you better than me.
And
'Cause
you
I'm telling you that type of heat will burn the rubber out the bottom of your shoe. Most of it.
yeah.
I'm not
And
doing that. I
it
couldn't take off enough clothes to be comfortable outside in that heat. I ain't gonna lie to
it it crazy.
you, Jordan.
Yeah. We here 104 today in Arizona. Whoo shit.
Like that shit. But so all right. So back to the Ian Cunningham scenario, right? So Ian
Mm-hmm.
sat there and said in his very first press conference, he sat there and said, "This will be the last year the Atlanta Falcons have
Draft pick.
five draft picks. If
Yeah.
we only have 5 draft picks this year." He sat there and
Yeah.
said it,
Yeah.
and people gloss over the jump because there's Atlanta Falcon fans are so used to the team just swinging for the fence every year
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of actually building a team and actually utilizing all strategies to build a team. See what I'm saying? So,
Right.
like, what Ian's been doing, right? And if you keep abreast to it, right? What
Mm-hmm.
Ian's been doing is this. Ian has sat there and, all right, let's go. We'll start out with compensatory picks because this factors into this move, that this trade that we just made. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So compensatory pick. First, your contract has to come to an end naturally.
Mm-hmm.
You have to play out the length of your contract. All right. Then after that, you have to go somewhere else and sign for like a higher value of a contract
Right.
than what the team that you left got back in return.
Right.
Right? It's valuation. The valuation is the player that left from Atlanta based off the numbers and what he's gonna get on his next contract. He has a higher valuation than a player that's coming in, like
Right.
Christian Harris. Like Christian Harris was on in line to be a Pro Bowl All Pro linebacker.
Right.
He just got
I,
hurt, right?
I
So
be right there.
his valuation, and like just like Tua. Here we go. Perfect example. Tua valuation. If Tua did not have the contract that he had in Miami already in place, there's no way on God's green earth there's not a team in the NFL that would have got Tua for $1.27 million. Like that's cap. Like you you're not paying that for a Tua. You're paying somewhere like 20 and upwards. Or if he went and got like a normal contract, it's around 30 something, 40 something million. That's what you're playing for Tua. That's his valuation, right? All right. But when you let a Arnold Ebiketie leave from Atlanta and you bring in a Christian Harris that you got for like basically a vet minimum, right?
Right.
You bring in a Christian Harris that you got for a vet minimum, but because AK went on to sign a greater contract, you get a compensatory pick, right? All
Right.
right. So what Ian has done so far this offseason, he signed a bunch of 1 year contracts at low valuation. Because what he did was, and you don't see it this year. You don't see it this year, but you will see it next year. Because he's already accumulated 3 draft picks for next season. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Compensatory wise, off of the moves that he's done this offseason, we already got 3 picks next year. See what I'm saying? All right. So excuse me. Then you didn't spend a bunch of money. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the thing, right?
Right.
You made very strategic restructures. You restructured Jake Matthew and you restructured AJ Terrell, right?
Right.
Uh yeah, technically we got 10 picks. All right. So Georgia Tech said, I'm still trying to figure out how AK got 7 million from 1 year. That's his valuation. Because he's been a consistent 6 stack a year edge rusher, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his valuation is roughly about seven a year. Same thing with like D Alford. D Alford took him his contract is like 7 a year now over in Buffalo. So like when you bring in players, you gotta play to the market. So if you want to go pay for those big names and stuff, you're going to pay for it. But you're not just paying for the player; you're paying for the name itself. All that comes into the valuation. All right. So now we go look at the Sidney Brown trade. All right. So the Falcons. to get traded for Sidney Brown. Let me pull up everything that we did, and this is why I tired of this. Jesse Bates was just baited. All right. So the Falcons took and swap a fourth, the fourth round pick and a sixth round pick with the Eagles and acquired a player. Right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So the picks that we had was 114 and 197. What we picked up was 122, 215, and Sidney Brown. All right. So now you go to I'm gonna get to this Georgia Tech boy. So now you go to Sidney Brown as a player. All right.
Scrub.
He's not a scrub. He's definitely not a scrub. All right. So he's not a scrub. We're not gonna do that. All right. Sidney Brown in all actuality, Sidney Brown would probably have been the starter for Philly this year because they took and let Reed Blankenship lead. Sidney Brown was going to be penciled as starter. Sidney Brown was getting injured early in his career. So Philly not being able to sit there and wait on him, they took and filled their safety roles,
That's
which
what I said.
relegated him
Scrub.
to a backup. That happens all the time. You see that on the Falcons.
Scrub.
If you get hurt, you keep getting hurt. All right, I'm gonna fill this role with somebody else. That's the nature of the beat. That doesn't make you a scrub. That just make you goddamn you behind in the pecking order.
Injury prone.
All right. So along that same thing, if he's injury prone, how do you feel about Pennis and Tua?
Hey, it's a difference. People,
Oh
people.
no, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
no, no, it ain't.
Is
Well,
it?
go ahead.
Tua ass, like I said, that motherfucker might be two good hits from being a goddamn, CTE fucking suicidal maniac anyway. But because that CTE, that shit ain't nothing to play with, bruh.
At all.
They got motherfuckers leaving here every year behind that CTE shit.
Yeah,
That's why not just fucking NFL players. They got high school players leaving behind that shit too.
yeah.
So, but now Penix, like different leg, different injury, like really ain't had no problem since he left Indiana. So I'm not gonna sit up there and get on that whole you know train of motherfuckers that just sit there and be like, oh, he's injury prone because of this, that, and the third. Okay, dude, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. But you know, for them scrubs out there, and I'm not saying, never mind, I ain't even finna go there because you know where I'm finna go, bro.
Yeah, I
Because
don't. I know.
I really just want to call this dude out because he be on some bullshit all the time. But I'm gonna let him live today.
Now let him live because eventually he can sit there and show it to himself. He can show it to the world on his own.
But you see what I
Mhm.
was talking about though in the chat though,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I think.
Yeah, that's bitch made for real. Just gonna let y'all know that. But you know, like I'm just fucking with you as far as like when I say that he's a scrub or whatever, whatever. But all I'm saying is that the trade has to make sense. If we gonna deal Jesse Bates, like it's gonna have to make we're gonna have to get a haul for him, and it's gonna have to be directly, tied to this Eagles trade.
Yeah. All right. So I'm
That's the
gonna
only
go.
way it's gonna make. That's the only way it's gonna make sense to me because in no way, shape, or form do I think that we should give up, earlier picks to get later picks and to pick up somebody that, mm, you know, is just gonna be a death piece on the roster. I understand that. We really didn't pick up shit. I mean, in my opinion. In my opinion.
All right. So
That's just my opinion. But
I'm going to it.
if Bates is going to be on the market, or if he think, oh, I would honestly request a trade from the Falcons right now if that was the case. I beat them to the point. Like y'all motherfuckers not finna fucking replace me and not even really and play that shit like y'all not. You know what I'm saying? Like be smart. If you know Ian and where Ian come from, and like you said earlier, like get something for him now instead of waiting to be a year early on instead of being a year late where you won't get shit and you just walk away. If me being Bates, if I knew that, shit, just trade me. I'll request a trade if that's the case.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
So, all right. So this move right here with Sidney Brown. I don't know if y'all familiar with Sidney Brown or not, right? All right. Sidney Brown plays. Sidney Brown plays. Here's a perfect comparison for him. Sidney Brown is a faster, more sure-handed Keanu Neal. That's how he play. He got one gear. Like in all actuality, that's exactly how he played. He played like Keanu Neal. He hit like a linebacker. He'll smack the shit out you quick. Don't have an issue with it. He'll smack the hell out you quick. He does not shy away from contact. He throw his nose in the head first. That's why he kept getting hurt so much, right? But he has hands. Those interceptions that Keanu was dropping and stuff, Sidney's
Mm,
gonna make those. He's gonna make those. Sidney Brown as a rookie had a 99-yard interception return. And if you actually want to see how he can maneuver on the field, go look up that highlight. I want to say it was against the Giants. I want to say it was the Giants. Either like the Giants or Kansas City, some shit like that. But go look at his 99-yard interception return and watch how he weave his way through traffic. Right. All right. Now this move, this move itself is smart on so many different bases. Because for one, you basically got a draft pick. You basically got a draft pick for nothing because you didn't lose a pick. All right. You picked up a safety with versatility that can play safety and can play nickel, which help on the Billy Bowman front too if Billy isn't ready. Like I put it to you like this: if Billy's not ready, Brown will probably start over Holmes that we just brought in. Brown will probably start over him. All right. Now to the whole Jesse Bates scenario. Here we go. Okay, that's a whole rabbit hole to go down. All right. Jesse Bates is 29 years old right now.
mm,
He has no affiliation, no like the new regime has no loyalty to Jesse Bates at all. We just know you from what you've done in the league, but you're not one of our guys. All right. So then next offseason, with with the expiring contract that we have in place, we're gonna have $157 million. Now, yeah, you gotta re-sign some people and you gotta whoop whoop blah 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 blah. But you're gonna have $157 million. So you have B John contract, you got Drake London contract, potentially Kyle Pitts contract, uh Divine Diablo contract, and Zach Harrison. Those five are really your needs that you have to go resign. And that well, Pitts is in fluctuation, but 9% they're gonna resign Pitt, right? All right. So after that, you probably still have roughly around like $90 million. We're going on 3:30. Man, you showed up, so that means you're on time. so so after that, you roughly have around $90 million. All right. Now, if you trade Jesse Bates now, for one, you clear up $13 million, almost $14 million this year. Not down the road, this year. All right. Jesse Bates' trade valuation is a second to third round pick. All right. Now, let me ask you this. And I put this, and we're going on, Travis. Welcome to the show. All
What's
right.
going on, fellas?
What's up, Travis?
Let me put this to the table. Right. Let's say we trade. Let's say we trade Jesse Bates. We get a second round pick for him. Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And y'all Georgia fans and y'all watch college football and stuff. Let's say we take that second round, those two second round picks, and we go get, let's say, Christian Miller and Ted Hurst, the wide receiver. Did that did the Atlanta Falcon just get better off of one move where you save money, you picked up two potential star players, and it didn't cost you anything?
Yes.
Absolutely.
See, like I get it. Like Jesse Bates is one of my favorite players on the team. But at the end of the day, it's about the logo. It's about the logo.
Yep.
So you have Jesse Bates that's 29 years old. If he played this season for the Falcons, he'll be 30 next year. All right. So that right there, that's gonna sit there and sort of cap his market anyway, because of his age. But if you have a team that's willing to go make a push for the Super Bowl this year, which we definitely are not, we're nowhere near in that conversation. Now, can we get to the playoff? Yeah, I definitely think we can get to the playoff. I don't see an issue with us getting to the playoff. But what let's say let's say the Rams. Let's say the Rams, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Rams are always picking up spare pieces. The Rams are always picking up secondary pieces. The Rams will get off a pick quick for a player because they stay in a win now mode. They're perpetually in a win now mode because what they did was they took and built their team up. That like Ron, that's why I was sitting there talking about you earlier. We're talking to you earlier about like
What?
you're a UGA fan and James he's an Alabama fan. The
What?
reason that y'all stay in national championship contention is because y'all literally have 5 stars sitting behind 5 stars.
What?
So if somebody go down, it doesn't miss a beat. It just keep on going down the road. It's a machine at this point.
So let me ask you this.
Hmm?
With that trade we just done or whatever, do you think he up there with Jesse Bates?
No.
No, as a player, no, he's not the caliber of player of Jesse Bates. No,
That my point.
but John, I mean, what shit, John, Ron. Uh, even though he's not the caliber player of Jesse Bates, he's a serviceable starter.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest thing. See, like I put it to you like that. Like, all right, if Jesse Bates got hurt this season, the starter would be DeMarco Hellum.
Right.
Hellum and Bates are not even in the same building, let alone the same conversation. Right?
Right.
Sidney Brown bridges the gap. All right. So I've got better depth wise, or I can have a more uh, just a serviceable starter. Because here's another thing: Jesse Bates' best season here in Atlanta was what 100 tackles and 6 interceptions. You just got that last year from a rookie,
Right.
Xavier White. Xavier
Hmm.
White just had 96 tackles and 5 interceptions as a rookie.
And this year's draft also is stacked with safeties. So
You
this
see what
could
I'm
be a
saying?
perfect setup to be trading Bates. It would make sense.
Mm.
Man, fuck that.
Not to
So
mention draft picks.
so 330 says So can it be said that this regime is maximizing assets with these not our guys players? Yes, yeah. Cause like what they doing? Like, all right, what Ian is doing is he's bringing in a bunch of low risk, high reward players on 1 year contract. Sidney Brown is in the final year of his rookie contract, right? All right. So let's say hypothetical. Let's say they go trade Jesse Bates. Sidney Brown become the starter, right?
Right.
All right. Sidney go balls out. Let's say he go get, let's say 82 tackles, 4 interceptions, like 7 PBUs, right?
Right.
Somebody's going to sign him to be a starter, whether it's here in Atlanta or somewhere else. Like that's a given. Like that's just the nature of the beast. He's going to be a starter somewhere, right? All right. So if he leaves and go take a bigger contract somewhere, and we bring in someone at a cheaper price, right? What's going on, Silk?
What's up? What's up? What we talking
Yeah.
about tonight?
We just made a trade for Sidney
What's
Brown
up,
from the
Sid?
Eagles, the safety.
Some of that hard hitting motherfucker.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
motherfucker.
him. So, but if Sidney goes get a bigger contract, he moves on, and the free agent that we bring in is at a cheaper price. That's a compensatory pick that we get in 2028. So what's happening is Ian is literally sitting there thinking 2 years down the road because of the process. And he's showing you the process this offseason. That's why you bringing in all these 1 year contracts. It's not that we don't have the money, because we could free up the money easily. We still can free up now. We still can free up almost $50 million if we wanted to. In all actuality, if we really wanted to, we can free up about $50 million. It doesn't make
But why
sense.
would we?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense though, because
Nope.
you have your money next year. You have like 157 million next year. You have draft picks for next year. You right now you sitting there like 10 draft picks on the board. All right, that's even if you don't make the Jesse Bates trade, which I think we will. To be honest, I really do think that the Falcons gonna make that trade. Um, so that'll put us at 11 draft picks, and you have your core. Like Jesse Bates was never going to be part of the core moving forward. He's getting too old. The team is trying to get young. That's why it's taking so damn long to get on the right path. The team is struggling to get younger.
Yeah, I agree. That's why, like I said, when this happened, I was like, yeah, Jesse Bates is getting traded because it's already a young team and we building for the future. Not to mention all that money in the off season, the next season, then we can actually probably make a real Super Bowl run by bringing in superstar players to go along with what we already got. So it actually makes sense what you're saying, Winston, for real.
I told y'all a long time ago on the show. The Falcons are putting themselves in position to make a run for the Super Bowl when the Super Bowl comes to Atlanta.
Right?
That's
Playing chess, not
2028.
checkers. Playing
Right.
chess, not checkers.
See, like every GM that we done had in here before, they all was in survival mode. They all was
Hmm.
sitting there trying to swing for the fence, like Terry Fontenot. When Fontenot first got in here, he had the freedom to build a team. All right. But once you build a team to a certain point, you got to produce. You have to produce at that point. So now you're in survival mode. I'm trying to swing for the fence on every draft pick, and it's not really working out that way. All right, cool.
But
So, huh?
y'all should have known that we were going younger when they swap out Matt for Rich. I mean Rich for Matt. That the first time. You that old motherfucker way? Bring somebody young in.
You have to. Because the talent, the baseline talent for these athletes raise each year. Every couple of years, the baseline raises. So for you to be able to actually compete against it, you have to raise your talent level. You have to stay young to play against younger players. Like, yeah, you can have those savvy veterans, but you can't have a team full of savvy ass veterans. You can't do it. Cause them young boys gonna run your ass out of the field. If
But you
you
know what? You know what? Ain't none of the players that we have a free agent, and none of the people there, they suck. None of the people on the team they was on. Nobody say they suck.
yeah, no, they didn't suck. They were just getting hurt. Like in all actual, like Christian Harris. To me, between Christian Harris, well,
That's the
I'm
steal.
I'm I'm gonna leave Tua off the board because I mean that's just quarterback position.
Yeah,
But
Christian Harris is the steal.
non quarterback position, Christian Harris is the still. Deshaun Hand, he's a dog. Um, who else? Uh, uh, Thomas, the defensive end that we got from the Browns. He's nice too. He just been playing in limited role because the teams ahead of him were just stacked. We don't have a stacked team. We have a good core. There's a difference. Like, like Falcon fans have to actually understand what you have as a team. Your core on both sides of the ball is up there. It's up there, right? Offensive core, you got Drake, B. John, Pitts, Tua or Penix, right? And Lindstrom. That's your offensive core. All right. Your defensive core, Dorless, Diablo, Zach Harrison, Jalen Walker, Pierce, if Pierce get to play next year, but I highly doubt. AJ Terrell, Xavier Watts. That's your defensive core. In those positions, those players stack up with majority of the league. Individually, why?
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my new
And
chapter.
the thing is, the beauty of the scenario is majority of them are all young. So you have time to grow with them. But the thing is too, when players are on a rookie contract and you getting that type of production out of them, that's when you want to strike when the iron's hot. You want to go push for a Super Bowl at that time. But this team having the level of talent that's around those players, you can't like we could have went all in on this season, which would have been the dumbest thing possible. Because you would have fucked your team up for the next 2-3 years, trying to shake back off of it. When the team itself would not have been good enough to go win a Super Bowl. That would have been the dumbest shit possible. But if you sit there and you pick up 3 draft picks and you pick up low price, low risk, high ceiling players, and if you go start making preemptive moves to clear up more cap space and things, and to accumulate more draft picks. That's how you build a winner, a consistent winner. Look at Philly. Philly did the same shit. Look at the Rams before the Rams started trading away their first round picks. They did the exact same shit. They built their team up. They built their depth up. Then they was like, all right, well, we need this piece, and that piece to win the Super Bowl this year. All right, cool. Trade the shit away. Get a high value player in them. Boom. Then well, we was right there, and what beat us in the Super Bowl this year was this. All right, well, trade this first way, and let me go get a player to address this need, and so on, so on. That's why the Rams is always either they in the big game or they right there knocking on the door of the big game, because they took it and went through these steps like this beforehand. It has to get ugly before it get pretty. You got to go through the bad time before you can get the sunshine. And that's what's going on. And a lot of people don't catch it. They don't catch it, but like you legit you have to go through it. If you want a team that can actually be in contention,
Yeah, you got to
like
build that depth up. Build that
you
depth up
have to.
first, then you can plan for the future. You gotta have that depth though, just in case somebody get hurt. Gotta have that stability for sure.
You got to do it. Like that. There ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. But like the Sidney Brown move brings you a flexibility that otherwise you would have been pigeonholed because you got a player, you got a player that is a capable starter. You got a player that will be an instant intimidator on the defense. You got a player that can turn the turn the game around by making forcing turnovers, and you got a player that's versatile, and you did not
Yeah.
give up a draft pick.
And that
And he
man
getting
fly around
15.
too. That man can run too. He hit, can play slide, can play safety, can like you say move
Special
around.
teams.
Got him for cheap.
For the low, you got it for free.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
That's the
pretty
whole
much nothing.
thing.
Just
You
swap
got him
picks.
for free. Like I don't think people like actually understand what happened. We didn't give up anything. We just
Yeah,
moved
got a
down
starter, got a starterable type caliber player pretty much for free
for
with just
free.
swap picks.
That's still on his rookie contract.
That's crazy. Ian is
Like
cooking.
I'm sorry, Terry Fontenot would never been able to pull no shit off like that. I'm sorry, he don't have the wherewithal to do it.
Ian Cunningham is cooking, bro, for real.
Like I'm gonna keep it a band with you, bro. Like that if you can if if fans can put their fandom aside and grasp what he's doing, you will see the beauty in the moves that he's making right now. Because it's
Yeah,
not
that's
it's
and
not
that's
just
and that's like the 14th, 15th
Yeah,
move he
14.
made for no money,
with no
supposedly.
money.
But he's
Like
making a way.
all right, I put it to you like that. What Ian Cunningham is doing, the same way like Falcon fans be talking about, well, how the hell the Saints they be like 60, 70, 80 million dollars over the cap and they still put a team together. Ian is pretty much doing the exact same shit.
Hmm.
If we'd have spent 25 million this offseason, I'd be surprised. I don't think we have. And I'll ask Rob,
I be right at 20.
did we right at 20? Like
Yeah.
you didn't spend shit.
Yeah, because the highest one we played was Johan Dotson. I think that was 13 million, I believe.
No. Like you haven't spent nothing but
The rest of them was
your
like
your
1 million,
entire
$3 million deals.
yeah, like your entire depth. The baseline of your depth has raised exponentially.
Spell it, nigga.
Exponentially.
Spell it.
Like I put it to you like this. Jahan Dotson is better than Mooney was last year. Right now, Jahan Dotson is better than Mooney of last year. And it's possible that Jahan Dotson could be your third wide receiver. It's very possible.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like we still got money, we still got moves we could make.
Because I
Dotson
still
could
think
end
we're
up
going.
your fourth wide receiver.
Because I still think we're going to get another number 2 receiver in the draft. Also,
Yeah, like that's damn near a lock at this point. We going to go get another wide receiver in the draft. Question
I would
is
go
who?
get. Like I said, if I would go get Jeremy Bernard if we can. Alabama, I like him.
Hmm. I can go with them. Hmm.
Man, you put him on the other side of Drake London. You got Cal Pitts, you got Bijan, you got Olamide Zaccheaus, you got Johan Dotson. Well, that's overpowered. You got Austin Hooper. That'd be crazy.
And you got John in the backfield.
Hmm
Big playing fullback.
We just got to find a backup running back now, which I think we could do in the draft. Or they still might not be done. Might get somebody in free agency still, but it'd be
Somebody said
plenty to.
Somebody said Carlos gonna come up and play the second. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Y'all think so?
Who'd you say?
Carlos.
Oh yeah, I don't. I think they're gonna get another back. I don't
Who,
think Carlos
Carlos
Washington.
Watson?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think he.
He's cooked. Like he
So
he
they're down
he
the
lost
middle.
out the competition last year to Carter.
And
Like
Nathan.
you got what I'm saying? Like yeah, like he's cooked. Like Carter, I'm gonna be honest with you. Who was that damn? I was just looking at his highlights earlier, and he'd be a damn steal in the late round. I'm talking about like 6th, 7th round, because most people don't even know about him. Hold on. Uh, that boy name.
Yeah,
His
dumper.
name Damon Claiborne out of Wake Forest.
Yeah, dumper.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He a running back.
I mean, is he a dumper like Azure was?
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
fast as shit. He run like a
yeah,
4.3 something.
yeah. If you want a big back, like I said, yeah, he's one of the ways to go because it's a lot of big backs in this draft that can do the same thing as Alger, kind of take that spot of him, like far as the size and but speed. Got a lot more speed. It's a lot of bigger backs with a lot more speed in this draft too.
Georgia Texas boy said we ranked 29th in free agency spending.
There you go.
You ain't spend no money, but you done off the rip took elevated this thing.
He said nice.
29 in free agency spending.
Yep.
That means you didn't spend nothing. You done got all the players that you done got in. You done got
And you
what
got
at this point 13 players.
like 15.
Yeah, you done brought all these motherfuckers in here, and there's only what 3 teams that spent less than you.
And really, honestly, we didn't took care of all the depth on this team already. Honestly, if we want to be
Exactly.
real, anything we get now is just bonus. So if we
Exactly.
wanted to, we don't even have to trade back now. We can just draft best player available, really, if we wanted to.
That's how BPA is supposed to work. In all actuality, that's how BPA is supposed to work. I've said this shit for years. That's how BPA is supposed to work. You're supposed to address all your holes and shit in free agency. And then when you come to the draft, you can just go get the best player that's available.
Hmm
Not the best player in this bracket of positions. No, the actual best player that's sitting right there in front of your face.
Now,
Hey,
now I still
Travis.
think we're gonna trade back. I still believe that, but unless it's just a player that we just can't resist, we have to get. Other than that, I still feel like we trading back.
Hey, Travis.
To
What's
touch
up?
on
Travis.
some cash
Yeah,
on, man. Go ahead, man.
I told Winston that the Falcons are game now, and Matt Ryan the leader. Because everywhere we go 30 deep everywhere.
Yep.
Like, the
Hey,
Falcons gonna
Matt,
come
Matt
over there.
Ryan he's got a lot to do with this stuff too, because he's consulting and stuff with them before they make these moves. So he's right
Yeah,
in the mix.
when they go to tryout. Look, when they go meet the other teams at school, Matt Ryan right there,
Oh yeah, he was
the
just
leader.
at they was all just at the Georgia Pro Day.
Yeah, 30 of them,
Outside of
and,
Mhm.
and at Georgia Tech.
Yep.
I told
So
you
I know
this is
they was looking at
game,
Zachariah Branch. I know they was looking at him.
and at defensive tackle too. I can think of his name.
Christian Miller.
And did
Yeah,
y'all see the tight end Dep ran a 4.4?
Yeah. Running 4.48.
Bruh, that's crazy. For a tight end, that's insane.
Shit. He's as fast as Kyle Pitt. Well, almost as fast Kyle Pitt. I
Yeah,
think
Cal
Yeah,
Pitts is
I
good.
think Kyle Pitts ran a 4.46. No, he ran a 4.44.
but
He
see,
ran a
he's healthy now.
4.44,
So you
and
saying his true
Dep
speed?
ran
He
a
was hurt last.
4.48.
He had I think a hairline fracture in his foot. I think, and he played all year like that last year. And he wasn't 100%,
Who
but
Dep?
he's yeah. That's what he was saying. He said he's 100% now.
Yeah, they found to doing the draft. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing today? Y'all
What's up,
doing all
James?
right?
What's
You
going on,
doing
bro?
okay?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So what we here? I was doing some. What we talking about? The depth
Hold on,
overall
Mr.
of this
Pablo.
team
Yeah, we're
and
just
the
talking about the
situation.
moves that Ian has been making and just trading for Sidney Brown from the Eagles, the safety, and stuff he's doing with little to no money, really not spending much, making cheap deals, but bringing in quality depth. Pretty much to
Yeah,
fill this team
good
up.
call.
Now all we gotta do is just everything else we do now really is bonus.
So the thing is, I want to mention is, yeah, they doing a good job of building depth around this team. That's for one. That's the main thing I've been worried about within this team for the last 2 to 3 years, as far as the quality of the depth of the players on this team. That's the only thing that's really been hurting us because we got the quality starters, we just didn't have the quality depth at certain positions.
Right, right.
Mm,
And the thing is, at the end of the day, is just that I'm glad the moves what they're making within the budget that they're doing it with. And
eh,
you getting crazy steals within the budget that you move on. Christian Harrison is a major move because, like Winston said, he was on his way to being a Pro Bowler. Then he got hurt, so they had to go with him. They had to go to another Bama boy and Henry Toa to fill in that void. You got Channing Tisdale. He's going to be an underrated position because you can move him in multiple positions, inside and out. He can be a pass rusher within the scheme if played right. Um,
mhm.
the
And
thing
just
is,
and just think, James, not to cut you off, but just think, all the depth piece we done picked up, we probably got like 4 starters within that depth
yeah,
out of that.
yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. I did read a report on the Sidney Brown that the Falcons are analyzing him in the nickel position as well as safety.
Mm.
Um, they so there's no guarantee that we may get off base because Bowman may not be ready at the front start of the season,
That's true.
and so you may have to put him in that position.
It just cover
Um,
he covering all bases. He just making
yeah,
sure everything we getting prepared just in case.
right. So the base thing is not really a guarantee right now.
True.
From what
And
I'm
that's why I addressed it at the beginning of the show. But it is very logical to move on from base.
not right now within the certain
True.
positions. From looking at the overall totality of the team, I had just had to sit down and look at the overall totality of the team. If you look at the situation, like I told you, there's an unbalance within the team right now. If you look at it, you got a person going into year two of installs on the defense, and you're going into a year one. That's an unbalance when it really should be both. If you look at the totality, can you afford to get rid of Jesse Bates even though we got Sidney Brown with the slim depth that we still have at the safety position? Can you afford to do that right now?
I think you can, because if you trade them off, it's a lot of safeties in this draft that you can bring another one in, and with Xavier Watts beside him, I think we'll still be fine either way
But
because of the system.
the system, but we still can get a hit or miss. You see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
That's that. That's that.
right.
That's that goddamn James Holloway from Channel 3 News I be
Hello.
talking about.
Yeah, and see, and that's the thing. That's the hit and miss right there. I don't
Hmm.
want to hit and miss when I got a guarantee sitting there free.
Exactly.
Then we just hit and miss with Tyler Adger. Then we just let him walk. That was a
Yeah, you
guarantee.
have, yeah, but you let that walk within the situation because you got an all pro back and Bijan Robinson. That's different.
Well,
But
it's
and
all
they
it all
gonna
comes
go.
down to
Hold on, hold on. You got an all-purpose back that's one of the top three running backs in the league. Of course, you're gonna let something walk when you can get something cheaper within that position because I got a guarantee at the running back position. There's no,
Understand it. Well,
but the thing is, Winston, there's no guarantee beyond that safety at that point because you taking Bowman. I mean, you taking Xavier Watts out of a comfortable position that he's been in all year, and you moving him to a bigger spot within the free. And when you
ho,
move,
ho, 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 ho,
hold
ho,
on,
ho. No, no, no,
no.
no, no, because you're wrong.
How's
Xavier Watts
that?
played free safety all year long. What are you talking
Well,
about?
he was on the other side of base. So where is that
Xavier
Winston?
Watts played free
Winston.
safety. Jesse Bates plays strong safety. Sidney Brown is a strong safety
But the thing is,
that
Winston.
plays just like the two of them. So what are you talking
Winston.
about?
That was rotating it. They was rotating it in and out, Winston, because
No,
you
sir.
had, yeah, yes, sir, because for
No, sir.
yes, sir,
We're
because
not gonna do that.
yes, I am, because for the simple fact it is, Winston, he was playing free as well. So they was rotating it, Winston. You can't tell me that. In certain positions, in certain positions within the defense, yes, you seen Jesse Bates come in the box. But overall, where you seen him mainly at, playing deep, at the free safety position. No, you cannot run that by me, Winston. Don't do that. Don't do
Hold
that.
on. James,
Don't do
James,
don't do
James,
that.
hold
Don't
on,
do that.
hold on,
Don't do that.
hold on,
Don't do that. Don't
hold
do
on.
that.
Because
don't
what
do
you're
it.
sitting there saying is they switched roles. No,
It
they
was
didn't
rotated.
switch position. They just switched
No, you not
flexibility.
you.
Hold on.
That's what I'm
They
saying,
switched
Winston. Winston,
responsibility within a defensive scheme. But
Winston. That's what I'm saying.
your
That's
free
what I'm
safety
saying.
is Xavier.
That's what I'm
Go ahead.
saying. That's what I'm saying, Winston. The
What's that?
flexibility within the defense. I'm not saying as far as position as strong safety. When both of them playing back though, who was mainly in the free?
They both did.
No. Who was mainly in the free safety position when they was playing deep, Winston? Give me that
Xavier
answer.
White.
No,
Yes.
no.
Xavier
When
White was your
both of
free
them
safety last year.
you not getting it, Winston. When both of them were playing deep, who was mainly at the free position? Who you see?
Xavier Watts was your free
Who
safety last year.
and Bates was too, bro. That's what I'm
No,
telling
Brace
you.
was your strong safety last year.
All right, Winston. All right, Winston. You ain't gonna tell
Right.
me because for
And
the simple fact, the
Tyler left
bro,
him in the start. That's why he
he
left.
was
Watch this.
in,
Watch this. Watch this.
he was mainly in the back, Winston.
Hold on,
When
hold
they
on.
was
Watch this.
both playing
Watch this.
deep,
Watch this.
they was
Watch this.
right
Watch this.
beside each other, bro.
I
I'm looking at
get
the
that. That's what
games.
most
I'm
safeties do. They play right beside each other.
all right
But
then,
Jesse
Winston. You
Bates
just
plays strong safety.
all
He
right,
plays strong safety.
all right, Winston.
Xavier Watts was playing middle field majority
All
of the
right,
time.
all right,
That's why when you
all
saw
right.
long touchdown, you will always see Xavier Watts somewhere in the picture because he's the free safety. He wasn't a strong
Guys,
safety.
all I'm saying is it's a risk. Like I say, if you let him go, it's a risk. Everything we do for as draft picks, so it's gonna always be a risk. I mean, that's what
But
makes the
at the
world go
same
round, bro.
but at the same time, when I got a guarantee right there, big dog, a guarantee of Jesse Bates. Once Xavier Watts got comfortable within the position, what did Jesse Bates do at the end of the year? He did his job because he ain't have to roam like that. Because I know I got my brother over here, which is a rookie, basically comfortable within the scheme now. I can do what I can do now.
I
No, I feel what
understand.
you're saying. I'm with
I
you.
understand. I'm not negating that.
Yeah,
No, no.
and the thing is, at the end of the day, bro, as I say, bro, you cannot. He only what 28, 29 years old. Okay, understandable. The age thing may play a little role. You may want to get younger at the position. Okay, I get that. But at the same time, can the Falcons afford if it's a soft rebuild? Can
Mhm.
the Falcons afford to get rid of something that is guaranteed that I'm a couple pieces away from making it a playoff team? That's the question.
Yes,
Can't do
And
it all
I
the time.
and
I think they'll be fine if they trade him off. I think they'll be fine.
yes.
I
And they
don't think
got
they
they
will be.
have Jesse Bates listed as
Because
the free safety last year, not
this
the
year
strong
here,
safety.
this upcoming season
All
isn't
right,
about
thank you.
making making a run. It's not about making a playoff run. This year here is, in all actuality, is to figure out Who the hell we got on this team, and do we have a viable option at quarterback? That's really what
But
this season is about.
but
You're
but
going to win game because you already have talent on the team.
for Winston, when I'm a couple of
Did you hear
pieces
what I
away,
said though?
when
Jesse
I'm
Bates played free safety last year, not strong safety.
but when I have a couple of pieces, I'm a couple of pieces away, and I can still do what I have to do to make the playoff within this division that we play in called the NFC South, and do what I need to do. Why would I get rid of a guaranteed piece when I know I'm a couple pieces off? If Tua turns it on, or if Michael Penix turns it on, then at that point, we getting torched in the secondary at the same time. What was the purpose at that point of getting rid of that piece? When that piece has been viable, never really missed a game, being a viable piece within this defense for the last couple of years.
They do it all the time.
Well,
It,
that's why they got Sidney Brown just in case.
so Sidney Brown. If I'm slim at the safety position, if I can cover my safety position and get over on the Philadelphia Eagles with getting to Sidney Brown, I'm gonna do that all day.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do that all day.
Because
Then let
it's
me
like I
ask you a
said,
question.
it's a lot of good safeties in this draft, man. I think we would be okay if we just
It,
trade them
it,
off, and they probably
it-
go for one of the top safeties.
it's a lot
Hold
good.
on. I do you one better. I do you one better because this way like you have to understand what winning organizations do. All right. What teams are the last two dynasties in the NFL was who?
Talking about the
You consider
Patriots,
you consider the
The
Chiefs
last
as
two. The last two dynasties in the NFL are who?
are you considering
Security.
the Chiefs as a dynasty? Let me
Patriots,
ask you
and
that.
Yeah,
and the Chiefs, I
yeah.
guess.
Patriots
Uh,
and the Chiefs. Right? That work?
Right.
Yeah,
All right. What are the Patriots and the Chiefs notorious for doing?
trading their players off at the top of their game all the
Okay.
time
And why do they do that?
to build for the future and to stay ahead.
Okay. And
but
how did that work out for them?
It worked.
Oh,
Definitely.
okay.
I'm just saying,
Like
but I did.
Falcons got to get out of that mode of I love this play. He was good for us, and I just want to keep him forever. Like no, like nigga, get the fuck on because
But
you leaving is going to help my team even more.
Not to
And
mention draft. Not to mention
I
draft picks, because like I said, we got 5. You trade off Bates, man. You are gonna get a haul probably for him.
it's
and then if not, if you don't get a haul, you at least gonna
mm-mm.
get a second.
Shit, yeah. Like I said, I'll take
That's
that.
two day one
Yeah,
starters right there.
I'll
Cause you
take
already
that
got a
right
second.
there.
So I
So
look at
I've got better by making one move, and it did not cost me anything.
oh
Again, same thing you just did with the Sidney Brown move. I got better without losing anything.
And like I
Once
said, if the
again,
Patriots and the Chiefs can do it, I know we can do it. They do it and get away with it all the time. I know we can do it.
strap. You're saying it's not the
uh,
same because they have Patrick Mahomes and Brady. I get that, but that's
yeah.
the with them having a quarterback. All right, that's cool. We are in the process of finding our quarterback, right? All right. Now, even with us being in the process of finding our quarterback, you still have to help the rest of the roster. Because even if you decide to go with Penix or Tua into the future, just stick there before we even go to draft possibilities or free agent possibilities. Just stick with those two right here. All right. If you decide to go with these two into the future, and you feel the limitations within each player, do not a better roster around them make them better? Didn't Seattle literally just win a Super Bowl last year with a better roster around a decent quarterback?
Yep, absolutely.
How did
Like
they hit it there?
you have to start thinking winning football outside of just being a fan of the Falcons. You got to start thinking it. Like you got if I put it to you like this. If I can get Pitt, if I can get Bates off this team for a second round pick, there's no way in hell I'm turning that down.
I'm not
Like
taking it.
at all.
I'm not taking it.
I'm not turning that down. You know
I'm not
why?
taking that.
Because I got the same production from a rookie last year. I got his best season in Atlanta. I got the exact same production from a rookie last year, who is
Facts.
only going to grow within this scheme. Then
Yeah,
I have a competent enough replacement that I can get through this season with. So if I
yeah,
want to go draft another safety this year, I can. But if I want to wait till next year or find another young safety that's coming off another team, I can pay him and bring him in here. So
yeah,
now Xavier Watts has a young running mate,
yeah. Who?
a actual tandem that I can keep together for years. Instead
Yeah,
of, because either way you put it, if we don't trade Bates this year, you're going to lose him next year. At the end of next year, he's gone.
yeah.
I'm sorry, like a 30-year-old safety, strong safety, he's not going to get another contract in Atlanta because you got a new regime in and they want to get their players in and
Free.
get younger. He's either he's leaving this year, this offseason, or he's leaving next offseason. It's one of the two. So do
Mm.
you want to trade him and get something, or you want to let him walk and get nothing besides memory? So which one is better for the logo of the
Yeah,
team?
you gotta trade him while you're at his highest value. You can actually get something for him instead of letting him leave. That makes more sense to me.
Oh, the thing is let me say this. With the Xavier Watts, who he had beside him that made him the impactful player that it was. First off,
The pass rush that literally
no, no,
took
no,
the
no, no,
jump
no, no, no,
That
no,
was
no,
away.
no,
Bates.
no,
The
no,
It was
goddamn
no, no,
Bates.
front left.
no, 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 no,
It was
no, no, no.
Bates. Bates
It,
was
it,
beside him. It
Oh,
was Bates.
you said beside him. Bates. Yeah,
beside him.
Bates.
Okay, okay. All right. So I have base
So
on the side of me.
is
I
he
got a
supposed to forget? Is he supposed to forget what he learned last year?
hold on, hold on, hold on,
Go
hold
ahead, go
on,
ahead, go ahead, go cook. I'm gonna put it on you. Go ahead.
hold on. Secondly, I just recall saying that uh as- he once got comfortable in position because he was burnt pretty often too. He was. Am I lying? Was Xavier Watts burnt pretty often in the season last year? Answer that question for me.
Yeah, I give you that. That's to be expected of a rookie.
Understandable.
Okay.
So once he got comfortable in position, I got the teacher still teaching. And
Uh,
at the end of the day, why would I get rid of the teacher when I'm going to a second install within the scheme that knows all schemes within the NFL?
all right. Let me ask you this then.
Oh,
Right.
hold on.
No, no,
Hold on.
because you asked a question.
Yeah,
So
I
let me
know. I want the
so
answer. I want the answer later. And within within the situation, his coaching gave me defensive rookie, a candidate for NFL defensive rookie of the year, and he's very viable. Never really missed a game. Um, they say he was a shell of myself, but when I got too much on my hands, I could become a shell of myself. Let me see. And no, he's the quarterback of my secondary. Again, why would I get rid of a piece like that?
let me ask you this.
Cause
Because you
He's the
said
quarter.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
He's the
No,
quarterback of
because
my second. Nah, I'm
I
answering.
I mute I
I'm
muted.
answering, bro. I'm answering, bro. I'm answering, bro. I'm not trying to cut you out. When
You asking who? Oh,
I thought somebody had said something.
oh no,
oh
No,
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 that
no,
was
no,
me.
no.
All right.
I was just saying. Yeah, I was just saying. You was asking why would you get rid of him? I say because they're looking at the bigger picture. They building towards next year, the future, to probably make to possibly make
Yeah,
a. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish.
yeah.
To
I say yeah.
possibly
I'm
make
just
a
saying yeah.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
possibly to make a real Super Bowl run with the 97 million we're gonna have in free agency. That's probably why they're probably looking at the bigger picture. Remember,
Yeah,
this is a
yeah.
Hold
new
on. What?
regime. Everything is new, so this we're not doing the same things we was doing in the past.
This is
See,
gonna be
now,
condemned.
now, now
This
I'm gonna give y'all this too because you said you brought up Bates being a teacher of Xavier
Uh,
White, and we all
yeah,
agree with it.
he is. Yeah,
But
he is.
all right, now let me ask you this: when you went from eighth grade in middle school and you went to high school, didn't you get a whole different teacher?
Winston, get straight
Hold
to the
on, hold on,
point.
hold on. Did that
Winston,
teacher
I know what you're saying.
did that
Get
teacher hold
straight to
on,
the
hold on,
point.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Did that
Get
teacher
straight to the
go
point.
Oh,
along
y'all
with you to
crazy.
high school? No, he didn't. Right? All right. Now, Bates, well, Wise sat there and showed the propensity to do the exact same shit that Bates was doing. Because
Mm-hmm.
there Watch one season
Mm-hmm.
is right on par with Bates' best season in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's facts.
Bates is still a great safety. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
negating that at all. At all. But he's about to be 30.
Give a damn
That's
about
the
that.
issue. Yeah, you don't because you're a fan.
No, I'm not fanning
that's
because
that's the that's the
for the
fan
simple fact,
aspect of it.
no, that's not the fan aspect. Let me explain why. Because Father Time has a different perspective on when your athleticism runs out with different people. And I'm not going to sit there and say that at 30 he's going to run out because he can go to another team and have another Pro Bowl season for
I'm
the next
I'm
three,
not
four, six.
I'm not saying that
No,
he
no, no, no.
I'm not
I,
saying
I
that he
got.
will run out.
I'm just saying. And secondly, because for the simple fact it is, bro, at the end of the day, bro, that's a very impactful piece in that secondary, bro. And within that secondary, bro, it did a major good job because of the quarterback of the secondary. And who is the quarterback of the secondary? I don't want
I'm
to
not
give that up.
negating none
Yeah,
of
yeah, nah,
that.
all right. I'm not going to give up that within a
Hold on.
year, bro. I'm not going to give up that in a year, bro.
Hold on,
Because,
hold on, hold on, hold on. Here,
because,
here,
hold
here,
on,
here-
hold on, hold
hold
on,
on.
hold on, hold
Here's the prime
on.
example. Here's the
Here's
prime
the problem.
example
Because
of them doing the
how we
exact same
know,
shit just this off season.
how we know
Caden Ellis
that,
was the quarterback of the defense. He was the quarterback of the defense. He was the green dot. And didn't it let him walk?
yeah, let him walk because look at
Okay,
the
so why do you think
so
Jesse Bates will be untouchable?
because for the I'm not saying that he's untouchable. Never said that came out of my mouth. Did y'all hear me say Jesse Bates was untouchable?
You said that they
No,
shouldn't
no,
trade
no.
him because of this,
That
that, and the
doesn't
third.
mean, but that doesn't mean that he's untouchable, bro. That's an opinion. That's not a fact. Let's
Oh,
get that. Let's get that. Let's get that straight. That's an opinion. That's not a fact because we don't know what the Falcons gonna do with Jesse Bates at the end of the day. We
True.
don't know if they're gonna
That's
keep
true.
him or
It's
we
all
gonna
just speculation. That's what
like
we're doing.
it's
Speculation and
speculation.
opinions.
And yeah, and so it's just a full of opinion.
hold on.
So I
That's it.
never said,
Wild said the exact same thing you said. Bates is one of the key players on the team. You have to keep him as long as he wants to stay. Um, and I agree with James, right? Okay. Now, with that being said,
oh, I got
Jesse
him saying, with
Bates,
that being said,
Jesse Bates, hold on. Jesse Bates is the quarterback of the secondary. Caden Ellis was the quarterback of the entire defense. Where's Caden Ellis at right now?
Saints.
Okay.
hey,
Okay.
but
Okay.
if I had my choosing, and
Exactly. There you go. There you go.
if I
There you
had my
go.
choose,
If you
that's
had your
opinion.
choosing.
It's opinion though. It's still opinion, not a fact. When when Diablo was out for the 4 weeks, how did the defense suffer?
Tremendously.
Tremendously. And you know
And it
what?
just got
Hold
quiet.
on. You know what Ian Cunningham did?
No, I told you tremendously. Like you're
He
right on that.
he he took it and went
It
heavy
just got
on
quiet.
linebackers to get JD Bertrand ass out the way. So that issue is covered. So carry on.
Well, I think Tyndale and Harris will make up for that. So if somebody get hurt now, we got hella depth, and I think we'll be just fine now. But yeah, Bates is not off the table, man. Like nobody's safe. In other words, I've been saying this. Nobody's safe.
They sat
So
there and said it.
Yeah, nobody's safe.
Goddamn, Ian and Stefanski sat there and said there is not a starter on the team.
Right. And we as
They both
Falcon
said that shit.
fans, I'm just saying this because we as Falcon fans, we sometimes we got I know, we love the player, like the players, but sometimes just because we think in a certain way don't mean the front office is thinking a certain way. They thinking different from what we thinking. They thinking for the future. They're not thinking for right now. That's the way I see it. And yeah, man, we gotta learn to let some of these players go, even though we love them. But if it's for the greater good of the team, so be it. I'm about the logo, man. I ain't about no particular player. I like them all. Don't get me wrong, but if it means this team getting better and somebody got to go, so be it.
Like,
But here, let
like,
me say this, and then I'm
all
gonna let you cook, Winston. But the
right, go
thing
ahead.
is that the thing is at the end of the day, I'm all about the logo too. But I understand the impact what players make, and when a specific player is making an impact within that particular team, you just don't let that go. Now, if he slack off, and you know what I'm saying, slack off, and he getting beyond his prime, and you see that, then let that walk. But when I have a potential All Pro safety that's being consistent on this team even when this team has been slouchy, sorry, the defense is being ugly at times, and he's still been persistent within this team within the last 3 years. You just cannot let that walk. Because for the simple fact it's a lot of what else was going on within this secondary. That's for one. For two, and I wish this on not the slightest. Oh, Watts may have a regress year. He may have a sophomore slump. A lot of players go through a sophomore slump and then gain it back. So you just can't let a guarantee go like that when you know you're a couple of pieces away. Is you put it as a soft rebuild. So you rebuilding certain spots, not the whole team. So when you rebuild the certain spots and build a quality depth around the team like you did within this offseason, you can make a potential run, especially in this NFC South.
I
I'm just
agree.
saying.
I
I'm
totally
just
agree.
I'm just saying, bro. And that's and base is a guarantee, bro. Has it been times he got beat? Yep. Okay. All safeties, all corners get beat. There's no perfect player within the NFL. But when I look at it, the consistency within this team and what's been persistent within this team and the players that's been persistent within this team, why would you let that go? For the betterment of the team, okay, I got 5 picks this year. Okay, I could do those 5 picks and play with another one. I got 10 to parlay in 2027.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like I just think that
We,
Ian
we
is making moves. He's making a lot of moves right now, and I just
he
don't feel like
he's
anybody's safe.
and he's making within a lot of moves and everything. And with that being said, at hand, he put the depth behind the team at this point. Within free agency, you just grab a couple of pieces. It's luxury at this point. If we look at it, if we want to be honest about the situation, it's
Right.
luxury what players we get in free within the draft at this point. That's what y'all said earlier, right? So
Absolutely.
why so why would I do that? But when the simple fact it is I got my quarterback of my secondary back there.
Because
Very
I just feel
easy.
like I just feel
No,
like
Hold on.
he said
you're moving too fast.
Very
You're moving
easy.
too fast to rush. Hold on, I'm gonna
Very
let you do it.
easy.
You're moving
Yeah,
too
because you
fast.
asked a question,
Go,
so I'm
go,
gonna
go,
answer
go.
the question. Hold
Yeah,
on. All
go
right.
ahead,
It's
answer. Go ahead.
very easy because look at the Penix Tour situation.
But damn about that.
Yeah, I know you don't. But what did they do? They brought in a serviceable either starter or backup. Right now, you talking about Jason? I mean, based on his production, right? Base was the All
Uh-huh.
Pro. What, back in 2024, his first year here, right? He was All Pro. Okay. Now, Caden Ellis is one of three linebackers in the entire league
Mhm,
that has had over 120 some tackles each year, X amount of interception, X amount of forced fumbles. One of three
mhm,
that has done it over the past 3 years. He was here for 3 years. That's elite company, elite company.
mhm,
All right. So when you sit and talk about the impact of a player, Caden Ellis' impact on the defense is comparable to Jesse Bates, and you let Caden Ellis walk. Why? Because you're trying to get younger. So when you bring in a Sidney Brown that could be a comparable starter for one season, you can move on from Jesse Bates and help your team even more and go get young, hungry talent.
Understandable. But when I look at the whole totality of the team, Winston, play him at safety. Understandable. Have the flexibility to use a quality starter in another position, which they're gonna look at and do. Because it's already been reported to put him in the nickel position. Why would I get rid of something? Because why would I get rid of something when I have comfortability back there in my safety to
So
fix
what?
this whole?
So then, why did you get rid
Hold
of
on.
Caden Allen?
Because for the simple fact it is, Winston, Kaden Allen was a major impact. I didn't want him to walk. But
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 why
they
did the
know
Atlanta
but,
Falcons, not the
but-
fans, why did the Atlanta Falcons get rid of Caden Ellis?
because I got Divine Diablo. That's for one. For two.
No,
No, no,
what?
no, no, no,
Hold
no,
on, hold
no.
on.
Because hold on, hold
Xavier
on,
Watts
hold
had a
on.
better season than Divine
Hold on.
Diablo at their position.
I understand that.
What are you
But, but,
saying?
if- but look at the impact that Divine Diablo had within this defense. Look what he did within this defense, Winston. I can
I
coach
know
that
what
up.
Divine Diablo did in
All
this
right
defense.
then. All
But
right then. Hold on.
hold on. Marty,
No, Winston.
if
Let me
you
James,
could,
cook.
but
if you
James,
are,
at the same
if
time,
No,
you
no,
look
are
at
no, no,
look at
no,
the
okay,
no.
impact.
if
Look at
you
the
are
impact that Xavier
comparing
Watts
Xavier
had.
Watts,
Look at the
if you
impact
are
that Xavier
comparing
Watts had too.
Xavier Watts
Also,
to
you're
Divine
saying at
Diablo,
one point you're saying
Listen.
look at the
I'm not.
end point. You're saying
Listen
look
to
at
what
the
I'm
impact
saying,
that.
y'all. Hold on. Y'all not letting me finish because
Well, I
y'all.
was trying to
go
answer.
go
You asked the question. I was trying to
then you
answer,
keep
bro.
No,
asking questions and then stop and keep
I
talking.
ain't asked no question. I did
You
not
Yeah,
ask
you
no
did.
said you
question.
But
said
look,
you
That was
just
a
you just asked the
sentence.
question.
hey,
That was a
hold on,
sentence when I
Travis.
was talking
Let him
about
cook. Let him cook, Travis. Let him cook.
that was a sentence. That wasn't a question. I asked the question beforehand. That wasn't a question. That was a sentence.
Yeah,
Listen.
I didn't get a chance to answer though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the fandom coming out of both of y'all boys. Look at here. Let me say this.
Nah, bro. No, we ain't gonna do that.
Uh,
That what we not gonna
yeah,
do.
I
Yeah,
did
no, we
that.
not gonna
I
do that.
did. I
Yeah,
did that. I did that
you
Well,
gotta
perversion.
cut
I
Travis cut
y'all
that mouth
crazy,
off.
man.
Don't
Y'all
cut it.
Yeah, I
crazy.
did that. I
No, we
did it,
not gonna do
Winston.
that.
I do it again too, Winston. You know, I
All
already
right.
know
I'm
that.
gonna cook your ass next time. Go ahead.
You
Go
ain't
ahead.
gonna cook me because I'm being
Yeah.
honest about the
All
situation.
right.
Because
Hibachi. Agent
nah,
Zero.
I'd rather have Chipotle than hibachi. Let's move on behind that.
Nah, man,
But
you gotta
like,
go Qdoba. You gotta go Qdoba. But go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. You right. You know, Qdoba. You know, good food. But the thing is, what I'm saying is because if I look at them 4 weeks that he was out and how we missed him greatly within that defense, bro, can kind of move on because I know I ain't gonna sign that man for no $33 million. I'm not gonna do that. Already got my player on contract for the cheap. I want my defense to be faster. It's the elevation of the defense, bro. Ellis, unfortunately, within the linebacker position, he was let go. Like I said, I didn't want him to go, but I understood why they let him go because Divine Diablo can have that same impact. And then I bring in the Christian Harrison with both 4-4 speed linebackers. I have flexibility within my scheme to do what I need to do. Just be honest about the situation. Hayden
Yeah,
Allen was a great.
all your
Uh,
linebackers run 4-4 now, like all of them.
yeah, and look at the situation. What was great? What was great with Caden Ellis?
You said what?
What was great with Caden Ellis? That's my question.
He was
What
a
was
great
great?
Everything.
blitz tackling.
His versatility and his leadership.
What was his
When
weakness?
when when Caden Ellis, he didn't really have a legitimate overbearing weakness.
He had a weakness. Yes, he did. He had a weakness. What
What
was
you
his
want?
weakness?
What you want to say?
He split.
Coverage? What you want to say? Coverage? He wasn't that bad at
I
coverage.
could say
So what
he was bad
weakness?
in coverage that time. He was bad in coverage that time because for the simple fact it is, bro. At the end
Jesse
of the
Bates
day,
was bad in coverage at times last year. So what are you saying?
I'm just saying. All right, then you. All right, then. But what
What are we talking about right now?
I'm speaking on the linebacker position. But that's the thing, bro. Within the scheme, bro. Always wanted a faster defense, bro. within the front seven, bro. And that's the elevation of it. And Ellis wasn't a part of it. I know he wants to keep that secondary the same because that secondary was good last year and the positions where they was at. So he may not want to part ways from it, bro. That's all I'm saying. To keep it a being with you. And at the end of the day,
Then
bro,
look,
at the end of the day, look at
Savannah Swag said, if you trade either one, we can still compete for the division. Thank you, Savannah Swag. Thank you.
mm, mm,
It like
no.
don't
Wait,
get me wrong.
y'all
Jesse
tell me
Bates
something.
is an impact player. I'm not
Yep.
negating that, but
Yep.
Jesse Bates is more valuable off the team than he is on the team. And I'm gonna sit there and say it like this: do you
Mhm.
think that the Atlanta Falcons are going to go make a Super Bowl run this year? It's a simple yes or no. I ain't talking about hypothetical. We can get in the playoff and then anything. No, I don't give a fuck about that. Do you think that the Atlanta Falcons can make a Super Bowl run this year?
No.
Okay, so then therefore Jesse Bates is more valuable off the team as a trade asset than he
Is that
is on the team.
and you know why
Because
he's
if
more
Jesse Bates
valuable?
played this season, we're going to lose him next season, next off season for nothing.
Right, and Winston, you know why he's more valuable off the team? Because like Ian said, he look at picks as currency. So if you trade somebody and you're getting picks for him, he's
He
building for the
told you
future.
this shit.
That makes more sense.
He told you this shit in his
Yeah,
first press
we
conference.
see how he's moving. If you look pay attention to what Ian is doing, you see how he's moving. Nobody's safe, bro. I'm telling you. Besides maybe Drake and Bijan, but besides that,
Drake, Bijan, Lindstrom,
yeah, they safe. But other than that,
piss on the franchise tag, but they ain't 100% that they're gonna keep his ass. They
right,
might fucking might trade his ass too.
right. That's what I'm
They
saying.
call a spade a spade. If you not like early into your rookie contract or you just that nigga, your ass is your trade asset. That's what he's looking at. Your trade asset. And it doesn't matter how much the fan base love Jesse Bates. It's about what can we get for him, what moves can we make with the trade assets that we get for him. How can this make the Falcons better in future seasons? That's what it boils down to. If you're not in a position to sit there and run for a Super Bowl right now, there's no purpose of keeping Jesse Bates on the team when Jesse Bates gonna walk the following year.
Right. It don't make sense because he gonna be gone anyway. We're not bringing him back next year. Might as well get
And
something for him while you can.
like on some real shit, like even beyond that,
But I'm
even
not
if
saying
we
he's gonna leave because he might not. But
no
just
no,
never know.
even if we offer Jesse Bates, even if we offer him a contract next offseason, it's gonna be nowhere near what he expects himself to get. So he's gonna walk away from the contract.
Right.
Some fledgling team that have issues in their secondary, whatever, he's gonna get like a Harrison Smith contract when he turns 30.
And if it's me, if I'm in charge, I'm thinking like one of the business heads. I'm trying to build this team for the future to make a real Super Bowl run. If it's me, that's just my
I'm,
opinion.
I'm gonna keep it a beam with both of y'all. They not trading them. They not.
Okay.
They not.
Guess we're gonna find out.
That's what you heard.
They already said what they're gonna do with that safety that we just got. They're gonna try him at the nickel position and see what he can do at that nickel position.
Well, no, they already
I,
know what he can do at the nickel position because he played that with Philly too. They
yeah.
already know what he can do in
So
nickel.
with that being said, they trying to build depth within this team. They already slammed that safety. They really can't afford to trade that man right now. Let's just be honest about the situation. They
Savannah
really can't.
Sweat. Hey, you said exactly what the hell I said last week on the show. Drake
They not
London
going.
Drake London could get it. I put it to you like this: Drake London is in a better position of getting his ass traded than Kyle Pitts. And I hate for that, but in all actuality, as Stefanski's offense, Drake London is more liable and susceptible of getting traded than Kyle Pitts is.
That's true too. Because they all about the tight ends in that scheme, to be honest with you. They all about the tight ends.
Now you think about it. You traded Jesse Bates and a Drake London. You got a
This ain't
first round
going.
and a second round. You got a first round and a second round.
I'm not too giving up
Imagine,
the vibe.
imagine how you gonna change this entire landscape of this team. You got a
Bruh,
first round and two second round picks.
bruh. No. Drake London gonna command multiple picks by itself.
That's what I'm saying though.
That's low ball. That's low ball. If he just get a first, it's gonna probably be a first
All
or
right,
the third, first or the fourth,
all
if
right, so
anything.
let's say we get a first and a fourth, right? All right, so now you got a first round pick. Now you got a
Mm-hmm.
first round pick. You
Mm-hmm.
trade Jesse Bates, you get a second round pick. So now you got two second round picks. You got a third round pick, and then you will have two fourth round picks. You literally can change the landscape of this team without losing anything from it
Bro, they made and
outside of player.
I get that, but they main focus with the picks was 2027 to be a being with
Exactly. But at the same time, they sat there and said this would be the last year the Atlanta Falcons will have five picks. If we only have five picks by draft time. He
you.
said this.
Last, yeah,
And
he
he done
said
sat
that.
there and moved incongruent with his statement.
He has, and he did that for 2027. So next year won't be 5 picks; it's 10 picks.
So I now he said that we may not only have five picks this year. How
May not.
at this juncture, how else can you accumulate draft picks for this season?
Yeah, but if I look at the value of the player and they trying to underball me, I'm not gonna make that move.
Yeah, I mean that's of course. That's of course.
And within the
But
situation,
at the same time, the only way that you can get draft picks for this draft is to trade a player.
mm,
That's the only way you can
yeah,
get it. You can't buy a draft pick. So how else you gonna get a pick? How else can you get another pick outside of trading back? You gotta let somebody go. So all right, if we letting somebody go, which player is more likely to be let go? Jesse Bates. He's in the
mm,
last year of his contract. He's older. He's aging. Let his ass go now, and you can get something. Kate Nelson, we let go, and we got a compensatory pick, a fifth round compensatory pick. If we let Jesse Bates walk after next season, we're not even going to get that compensatory pick. We're not going to get it because you got money to spend now. So the contracts that you bring in is going to be more than what Jesse get. So therefore, it's going to cancel out the compensatory pick. You're not going to get nothing for him. He's literally just walking off in the free agency. That makes absolutely no sense, especially with a new regime that hasn't has no ties to none of these players. The ties that we had to players, they're already on the team. Matt Ryan, Austin Hooper, Alameda Zakir, Kevin Stefanski, Cam Thomas. Those were the ties. So who, like in all actuality, if you're not a bona fide star, who else is safe on the scene? Nobody. So now you got to think business wise. Jesse Bates will give me the biggest yield, and then I can either get something now or I can let him walk. Like in all actuality, that would just what it boils down to. This is what it is. The Algier move, like I mean, Tyler Algier was gonna be gone anyway. Like he was gonna be gone either way you put it. There was no getting around that, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a legitimate starter in the league. And we like even if we wanted to sit there and spend the money and we had the money to spend for him, I'm not gonna pigeonhole you like that. That's just fucked up because what it's gonna do is it's gonna look bad to other free agents that want to come to Atlanta. They come to the team, oh shit, man, the Falcons, man, they're gonna lock me into my contract, man. Like they're gonna hold me, and I'm sitting there behind somebody else, and I ain't seeing the field.
Yeah, like Savannah Swag is saying, he said trade Pitts for a first and a second, and trade Bates for a high second, and then you got something you cooking with. I say that would actually be dope. If they did
Exactly.
that, that would be cooking for real.
And I'd be perfectly fine with it because if you trade both of them, all right, that's cool. I can go
Cause
get
imagine,
I
cause all
can
these,
go get it. I can go get a depth. I can go get depth from Georgia. I can get depth, and
mm-hmm,
he probably and in the league he probably will have an impact if actually utilized. He would probably have an impact similar to Brock Bowers.
yeah, cause
I'm
you
gonna
got
be
some
honest
good
with
tight ends in this draft, and you know what I mean, and you got good safeties in this draft. So I don't think you'll be missing nothing really.
you. And it like I put it to you like that. If I can get the actual value of a player back, and he's an impact player, but not an actual one of those guys on the team, his ass can go. I don't like me personally. I don't care if I can get value picks for everybody on this goddamn roster. I would do it. Outside of Bijan, me personally, I would keep Pitts because he can be he can be a number one or a high value number two. So that situation is clear out anyway. Wise, AJ, Doyle, Harrison, uh, Diablo. Outside of that, all the rest of y'all motherfucking can go. Lindstrom,
Mm-hmm.
like, and all ass well, the rest of y'all motherfuckers can go. Every last one of y'all. Penny beat out two, then Penny. But if you can't beat out two, then your ass can go too.
Exactly. Which, like I said, it's an open competition now, so we're finna see what cream rise to the top.
Like, and that's how championship teams are built. Open competitions at all the goddamn position. Because when somebody's locked into a spot, they become complacent. Like in all actuality, they become complacent. John said that and say this shit all the time about Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan never had actual competition. Even when we brought in Matt Schaub, Matt Schaub was a depth piece that we brought in. They didn't have no open competition for him.
Yep.
Now, don't get me wrong, Matt Ryan was a great player, but I'm sorry, there's no way in hell that the New Orleans, I mean not New Orleans, the goddamn New England Patriots brought in multiple quarterbacks to push Tom Brady at the peak of his powers. And the Atlanta Falcons can't do the same. He's a fucking liar. I'm sorry. That's what winning organizations do. I'm sorry. Like that's legit what they do. They just bring in people together. Like the Ravens. The Ravens are damn near a lot to draft a cornerback every year. It's damn near a lot. And they fight it out each year. Like I don't give a damn if you came off of all pro season. Even if you came off of all pro season, there's gonna be a cornerback that's drafted that's gonna push you. Either you rise to the equation or you sit your ass on the bench. And that's where I'm at. Cause that's real football. Ryan, what's going on, Buck? Shout out to the Birdcage, man. Oh, shout out to Georgia Tech boy too. Both two podcasters. Both of them have shows on YouTube. Find their pages. Find their channel. Like, subscribe. Run the comments up. Get them further into the algorithm. Cause the content creator community, we all family, man. One hand watch the other.
Yep.
Yeah, like man, like if I can find value and letting one player go, but I can recruit two new players that have potential of being at the same, both of those players be at the same level of the one player that I let go, I made my team better.
That's it.
That's what it is. If you want the Atlanta Falcons to get to the Super Bowl and actually win a Super Bowl, these are the type of moves that you have to make. You got to get off that phantom shit and goddamn
Yeah. It's gonna
be
be some
honest
hard
about the business.
decisions that have to be made, and we know a lot of fans ain't gonna like it, but some of the fans gonna see the bigger picture in the future. They're gonna see where they're going with it, and it just makes sense. Like, and people gotta understand this is a new regime. We're not gonna do things like we did in the past. Anything's a go right now. People gotta understand that. Like, forget what you know. This is a whole new regime.
Yeah, like there is no loyalty with no player right now. Like in all actuality, like when like new coaches and stuff come to a team, right? Like, and you never coached one of these players in previous years or whatever. In all actuality, you would either have to be like for a player that's already on the team, you pretty much would have to be like on a Hall of Fame trajectory or a consistent All Pro trajectory for them to have actual loyalty to you.
Yeah,
And that's I mean that's the nature of the beast. That's just what it is. I don't know you, and I feel confident enough within me and the scouting team and the GM that works with me to go find comparable or better talent than you. So what makes you special to me? And that's just what it is. Yeah, us Falcon fans, we love Jesse Bates because we've seen what Jesse Bates has done for the past 3 years. We love that because he was one. He was a flickering light in darkness. Same thing with B. John. Hell, same thing with Caden Ellis. Same thing with AJ. Same thing with Lindstrom, and London. But they don't have those ties with them. The NFL is for not for long. I don't have no ties with you. You did this shit under that regime and under that system and that scheme. That's not what I'm coming in here on. And even though base play on defense and Aldridge was retained, that's cool. But if I can get younger and potentially better at that position, I'm gonna let your ass go because you only got a year left on your contract. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for me to sit there and hold on to you. I know we don't have a Super Bowl team this year. Like in all actuality, the only way we will have a Super Bowl team this year, like they would literally have to knock it out the ballpark with every one of those 5 draft picks. Then what is the probability of that?
right. Like I said, we gearing up for next year. Next year is gonna be when we can really truly make a real run.
Yeah, like it is next year. Next year is a further run into the playoff. We should make the playoff this year. Next year should be have a further run, but the actual Super Bowl run now with this regime and the way they moving, the Super Bowl run is in 2028 when the Super Bowl is in Atlanta. That's just what
Makes
it is. Now, if we get that beforehand, hey, love it. I have no issue with that. I would love that. Do I think we will? I doubt it. To be honest, I doubt it. You got too much shit in fluctuation. Well, think about it. You still haven't locked in B. John. You still haven't locked in Pitt. You still haven't locked in London. You still haven't even figured out who the hell your actual quarterback is. You still haven't figured that out. All right. You haven't figured out your running mate for Diablo. You're gonna lose Pitts. I mean not Pitt, Bates. You're gonna lose Bates either this offseason or next offseason. So you're gonna need another safety. You still haven't found out an actual high end CB2, and you're hoping that Bowman returns to form whenever he come back, and you need a legitimate nose tackle. You're not gonna accumulate all that shit this year. You can't.
Right.
So what you do is you fill in all your depth issues. You go get the best players available in the draft, and you turn your sight to 2027. Because now I have money. Now I have even more draft picks. Then you get all these new players in here. You let them mesh and gel for a year, and you make your run in 2028. That's the most logical shit.
Yeah, I like what we doing, man. I can't wait. I'm liking everything we doing, man. Like I see where this is going, how they build it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, and it's different. Like we never like in all actuality, you never seen a GM that don the GM cap in Atlanta move the way that Cunningham is moving.
Right.
Nowhere near. Like the actual wherewithal and the chess moves that he's making, you've never seen an Atlanta Falcon GM do the same shit.
Exactly, man. He's like he different, bro. He just different.
Like that. That's what I like. I like. I said and said this. I said this long time before we even got Stefanski. I would not be a fan of the Stefanski hire, but if we go get Ian Cunningham to tag along with him, I'll feel a lot better about it because the motherfucker is knowledgeable. He know what the fuck he's doing. Or that's what it is. He's showing you he knows what he's doing. He done unlocked the entire different level of team building that you never seen in Atlanta before. And that's why fans are not receptive to it. Because they never seen it before. Free agency hit. We got to go get the big name people. We got to spend all this money. We got to spend all this money. But you don't never see no compensatory picks. You don't never see that. You never see moves that sit there and set you up for years for the next year, for the next season. And now at this point, at this juncture alone, it's already locked in. We got 3 compensatory picks for next year, and the limit that a team can get is 4. And when the last time you seen that for the Atlanta Falcons? And then Ian said and told you, draft picks are like currency. That's my favorite currency. Now you tell me who goes to work and don't make money. Come on now, like it ain't hard. You gotta actually be receptive to what the man's saying. He told you what the fuck he was gonna do.
Yep. And like I said, well, the big thing that stuck with me is when he said when he was with Chicago, they only had 5 picks. They end up having 10 picks of currency to him. So he's gonna trade back regardless, I believe, and make more picks. If you're not trading back, he's trading somebody off to
You
get
trading
picks.
somebody.
It's going down. Either way, it's going down.
Either somebody leaving up out here or
Mhm.
goddamn he could trade back. It's one of the two. Somewhere
Yep.
along the line, he's going to pick up more draft pick.
Or it might be both. For real.
It could be. It very well could be. Strapped up said Philly fans are saying that this was a good signing for her. I told you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I seen that. Sidney Brown's a good safety though. Like I say, he just gotta
He's
stay
that
healthy.
mighty
It's
a
just
good
the
safety.
injuries. Yeah, it's just the injuries. He just got once he stay healthy, man. He's a starter. Like and like I say, he's versatile. He can play safety. He can play nickel. Shit, he can even play out on the outside if you need him to. Like he can do it all.
Well, I wouldn't have sent him that far to put him on the outside.
No,
But
I'm just saying he can if you really need him to. If you didn't have nobody else,
yeah, in
people
the
was injured,
paint.
he could.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
paint, in the paint. But like I put it to you like this. I would feel comfortable with him as a starter, especially at the strong safety, if we traded Jesse Bates. And that's not me sitting there saying that he's going to be Jesse Bates in this defense. No, as a serviceable starter that
Right.
would do more things to help us win than do things to help us lose. I am
Right.
comfortable
And I feel
within
like
that.
also Jesse Bates did his job with him for as teaching and him and Xavier Watts learning what he needed to do. And I think Xavier Watts can take it from here. I don't think Xavier Watts gonna forget that in his second year. I think he'll be just fine. I think he's gonna continue to elevate. So I think he's gonna be fine.
What is it? Let's see. Jesse Bates, best season with the Falcons. All right. Jesse Bates' first season was his best season. He had 6 interceptions, 132 tackles, and 4 forced fumbles. Right? All
Hmm.
right. So Xavier Watts rookie season.
Shit, he had damn near had that in his first season.
Oh, he had more than that. No, I
Yeah.
mean he had more than half of that. So Xavier Watts had uh 96 tackles, 11 pass on defenses, 1 fumble recovery, and 5 interceptions
Five interceptions. Yep.
as a rookie. As a rookie. Now comparable. Let me check Jesse Bates rookie season stat. Xavier 96, 5, and 11.
I mean, I just don't understand why sometimes us as fans don't feel like these players can be replaced, bro. It's like everybody can be replaced, bro.
No, I don't get it. So Jesse Bates, rookie season, he had 111 tackles, 3 interceptions, 7 pass deflection. Now, this is what I put towards you, right? Because at that time, Jesse was playing free safety.
Hmm.
If your free safety is making 111 tackles, you got monumental issues up front.
Yep.
He's literally the last line of defense.
Cause he ain't got no business being up there making that many tackles and shit.
No, sir. Like your free safety, like your free safety, you want him probably like in like the 70 low 80s. In all actuality, that's how many tackles you want from your free safety. Hell,
Yeah.
60 with a whole bunch of interception. That's an all pro season.
Hmm. If you
If
got
you
like
got 60, if you got
120 or
60
something,
tackles, yeah, You got 60 tackles and like 8 interceptions. 9 times 10, you can fucking around and be an all pro.
And a lot of that means that we obviously couldn't stop the run. Thus, that's why we need a true nose tackle up front. That's why he had to come down and make those tackles because we couldn't stop the run.
Exactly. But that's why they took in and made Bates the strong safety instead of allowing him to stay at free safety. It's different. It's different because it's easier for Bates to play the alleys and all that and let watch watch film of it and figure out what he's doing than to have Watts and run support heavily instead of playing deep when they both can do the same thing deep.
Yep.
That's natural part of progression. Like man, I had a goddamn argument with a motherfucker yesterday, and this scandal said and told me NFL teams don't draft cornerbacks to develop. And I said, huh?
What?
He was like, yeah. He was like, no, if you draft a cornerback, he need to start right there now, cause ain't nobody got time for him to get better. This that. I was like, bro, like, are you serious? I was like, you don't remember that Clark Phillip is on the team right now? You don't remember that? You don't remember that we drafted Darren Hall year one of trade final? He
Mm.
over there in Arizona right now. You don't remember that we picked up Brent Grimes? The legend of Brent Grimes. You know how that started? That he
Yeah,
was a UDFA that we picked up, and then we
Brent
cut his
Grimes.
ass, and then we brought him
Brent
back, and then
Grimes
we
was
sent his
that.
ass.
Yeah,
We
he
sent
was
his
that
ass
dude.
over to NFL Europe. He went played in NFL Europe to develop, and we brought him back, and that's when the legend of Brent Grimes started. You don't remember that? You don't remember Robert Alford that we drafted? Who remember Rob Apple, the third corner? Yeah, in the third corner back in like 2013, but it wasn't really playing nickel defense, so he was a backup. He won't get on the field like that. And then he eventually got on the field and took over Santi Samuel's spot. You don't remember that we took and drafted Desmond Trufant in the same draft in the first round? Don't remember that? Like, bro, stop talking. At this point, stop talking. Because you talking stupid shit. I was
Yep.
like, you literally took and drafted your quarterback to develop. You drafted Penix to develop. You paid Kirk Cousins $100 million. You drafted Penix to sit on the bench the entire first year and have a competition the following year. And if everything worked out, Penix would have sat on the bench for 2 years.
Yep.
Man, you niggas be crazy, man. We crazy, Jet.
Some
Who said that?
fans, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm fine. That's how the cookie crumble from time to time. Shit, man. I'm a ride the bar here for a little bit. I had to cook me something to eat. Travis, man, you got any last remarks for the scenario and stuff, man?
Nah, man, it's just like I say, it's interesting. I like the move we did with Sidney Brown, trading for him from the Eagles, bringing him over here, and just swapping two, what was it, 6 and 7 round picks.
Yeah.
Uh,
What on
yeah.
fourth and sixth?
Okay, 4 to 6. Yeah, I like those moves. Like I said, and it looks like the writing might be on the wall with Bates, but we'll see. If not, either way, it's a win-win for us, regardless. So, I mean, because if we do, we get picks out of it, and it's a lot of good safeties in this draft, and I think we'll be fine either way. And Xavier Watt's gonna take the next step, I believe. And also, like I say, we got to see what's gonna happen with Pierce, and if we get to that pick and Malachi Lawrence is there, defensive end from UCF, go get him because that's who I think we need to get, just in case with the Pierce situation. That's if he's there. He probably won't be there, but if he is, go get him. But other than that, like I say, man, y'all can find Pops and the Henny Brothers podcast on YouTube and on Facebook Thursday nights at 7:30. Like I
Got to
said,
crank back up yet?
nah, we getting ready to. We were supposed to do it this week, but we're supposed to come back next week. So we'll be talking some draft talk, having some guys who we might think we like with our teams, who we might pursue. We're gonna probably do it pick by pick. Start off with our first pick for each team: Dallas, Steelers, Falcons, and go from there, man. And then probably having our own mock draft here soon, sometime before the draft. So we'll be starting back up next week. We should.
Oh,
But like I said, the way y'all find us is at Pops the Henry Brothers 1997. Look us up, like, share, subscribe, and also like, share, subscribe to iTest. This is a great show, great content. I like coming on here, chopping it up with you guys. And like I said, you can also find me here. I feel like I'm part of the family now, so I'll come enjoy what I can. And
man,
that's
door
it, man.
was always open. And I'm gonna shout out everybody that came through in the chat. Um, everybody that came through on the panel. Uh, let's see. We got strapped up, Savannah Swag, uh, Birdcade, um, Three Dirty. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of other people. I can't get to everybody's name, but and everybody that came through in the panel. Uh, Travis, Ron, Antonio, James, Red popped in but didn't say anything.
He was working. He just had his phone going.
Yeah, and Slim, man. I mean Silk, and once again, man, prayer for Silk. Silk is on the road to recovery, man. You know, he had a couple of health issues and stuff, but he's doing better. He even came back to getting on the shows and stuff. He was on the show Wednesday night too, so that's a blessing. I always uplift one of our brothers. You know what I'm saying? But you find us. You can find us on Facebook. Uh, we got two pages. Both of them the eye test. Then find us on Twitter, the eye test. I think it's at the eye test O2. Um, and then catch us right here on YouTube every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Unless some breaking news end up happening. But Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Start off with Falcon Talk. Ain't no telling what the conversation will go, but you can enjoy the ride along the way. Appreciate y'all, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, y'all.
Peace.
Yeah. And if Bates get traded, best believe there's going to be a show immediately. All right, y'all.